I'm fascinated by the difference between proofs and test cases, because you don't make an example illustration and that proves that there aren't other cases. And yet it's also the most, useful thing for making something more concrete. And then making anything concrete as a demo builds so much more understanding that it's like the right thing to do in almost every case. Do an implementation, even if you're just doing it for research, because it will, just by making it concrete, it unlocks, much better thinking in terms of what can come afterward. So I highly value doing implementation. And if you have a hunch as what a thing is, but it's hard to formulate the research question, then, at least building in some direction, a little bit can be helpful as well. I'm really interested in like the mode of work that I see a lot of companies do. And then also some of my grad students acclimated to this, but hackathon driven development, where you do these kind of coordinated bursts of development work and present them, kind of micro research projects. They tend to do these by traveling around to the different conferences, which is kind of, difficult to do for ordinary grad students. But, somehow that pace and, really time boxing yourself to, do something quickly, but it's got to work at least well enough for a demo. I think that's a great, it's also a good unit for fostering collaborations, because it's a good, we'll team up kind of cross institution for a pretty narrow banded duration, but so I've had a bunch of experiences now where like doing that kind of rapid prototype for a research project, like all the great experience was done in a pretty short, maybe 2-week period for an intensive one. And then probably several months to write the paper and do formalism afterwards. But that's, I think a pretty good flow.